morning, YouTube. Welcome back to Daily Scuttlebutt with Ivy's Family Factotum. Woohoo! Now that Gladys is done trying to kill us.
I was not doing no such thing.
So we're on our way into town, and yeah, she pulled out in front of a semi.
Oh, no.
I was like, the truck's coming. She's like, oh, just a mini truck. I was like, no, big truck. She's like, I got this.
Hey. That truck is far behind us. Don't even
Now. Yeah. So yeah, why are we going to town?
Oh God, I started with an ear infection or an ear pain last night. Ear pain last night, and then it started on my jaw over here, the pain.
Yeah.
Then within an hour, it just went all into my throat, and my throat is red. Yeah, it's angry. So, yeah, I got strep throat or something. I don't know what, but...
Yeah, so I know, well, we were just in a clinic last week.
Yeah. And I had just gone over the
So
COVID thing.
she just gotten over COVID and the flu,
yeah,
influenza type B.
I was like, this better stop. This better not be any of those things. Just a normal, sore throat with an ear infection. If it's that's fine. I'll take that. I'm not trying to get sick. I feel good. I'm not congested or anything.
That's one of the things. She's actually very susceptible to getting sick anyway.
Yeah.
With the stuff, because she does have the autoimmune disorder.
Yep.
So
the autoimmune disorder.
That's all part of the things that she got retired out of the Navy for.
Yep, they call it UCTD.
UCTD.
Yeah.
So it has characteristics of a few different things, so that it's just classified as that.
Yeah, because they don't know yet. Like, it's a classification of just being in the gray zone. They say I haven't developed
borderline
fully into any of those, but I have scleroderma, rheumatoid arthritis, and God, what was the other one? Lupus.
Yeah.
So far right now, it's showing as Sjogren's, which is dry, lots of dryness.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I mean, the Navy just put my UCTD under fibromyalgia because
well, it's two separate things. Yeah.
they don't have a bracket for that autoimmune disorder. So I'm like, great.
So that's why she should be at 100% disability, but she's not.
Now, yeah.
But it's crazy to me. But anyway.
It's all good though. Just trying to get over the little things. Yeah.
So we're heading in town because our clinic it's going to be a little shaky.
Yep.
Yeah. Arkansas roads.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. But anyway, the clinic here does, they do walk-ins. In the morning, obviously you can get an appointment, but for something that happens right away, if you schedule an appointment, it's going to be
I can't skip
probably a few days before you can get in. But they do the walk-in, and it's really going to determine how many people show up, because it starts at 7:15.
Yeah, they accept.
It's 7:15 right now.
Normally they do accept walk-ins all day, but you're going to be waiting there forever, so you might as well get there as soon as before the doors open.
Yeah, they're only allowed so many walk-ins, or they can only get through so many walk-ins throughout the day. So if a bunch show up or get there early, then you're sitting there for hours, because they do it by as people walk in. Plus it all depends, because of what they're going in for, I should say. Because if you're just going in for like a sick call, there's basically only one person in there taking care of the sick call.
And
so they just go by order.
Yeah, they go by order. Sometimes they'll take in the ones that are more serious than others.
Yeah.
But yeah, normally it's all by order.
And Friday is normally the most busiest day.
Thank God it's not Friday today.
And it's not Friday today. So
And Monday is also
Mondays
very
and Fridays. Because they're not open over the weekend. You'd have to go to the emergency room over the weekend.
Yeah. And the emergency room is right next door.
Yeah, that's right next door.
On another note, I talked to my nephew yesterday. Yay!
Yeah, he's doing really well.
They took out the tube.
Yep.
He's barely talking, but oh God, it was so nice. He's in great spirits, like nothing has, like, he's just like, how are you doing? He's like, hi, Auntie.
Yeah, he's asking how everybody else is doing.
How everybody else is doing, and it's like, we're doing good. I was like, you need to stop giving us gray hairs. Like, we're on the edge here. But he's like, I'm good. He puts his thumb up, and they finally gave him water.
Yeah, he was able to drink water.
So he was happy about that. But it was nice. It was nice to see that. He was out of there. They did do the scoping before they took out the tube.
Yeah, they were looking for any type of shards from bullet fragments since it was a hollow point bullet.
Lucky.
Yeah.
None. He only had a little nick in one of his arteries, the neck. Still a little swollen, but boy, we are very thankful.
Very, very thankful.
Yeah, he's a miracle. He's a fighter, a survivor, and that's amazing. Yeah, definitely something to be thankful for.
And
Mom said he was reborn.
Yep.
Yeah.
So as of this weekend, right, we're still set to travel.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be heading down San Antonio for the weekend.
Yeah. If it's anything serious, like with me or anything like that, my throat or anything, I won't see him. I'll just video chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want him to get better, if anything like that. But
yeah, because we're going to be in a hotel, so if for whatever reason any of us were to get sick during traveling, then we'd stay separated from the family. So that's fine.
Yeah.
And we're still set to close tomorrow.
Hopefully,
on the property. So nothing is, as of right now, nothing's changed, but we've also haven't been notified of any changes. We do need to contact our realtor to find out the time, because we were not told the time as of yet.
Yeah. If it's not this weekend, it'll just have to be when we get back sometime.
Yeah.
Because was this third one to charm?
Yeah, third time's the charm. This is the third closing schedule. So
yes. We're already. It's like it's calling us out. It's like lots of possibilities on 25 acres.
But and we're excited. I know we're still very excited to be able to get onto our own property. Excited to be able to bring you guys with us. You know, both on our main channel and this side channel. And
no deer as of yet. Anson and I tried.
Yeah, we went out this week. Nothing.
Yep. Yesterday morning, I did see a hog, and I was like, "It's on the other side of the property. I can't shoot it."
It was on a neighboring property that we don't have permission to hunt on.
Yeah, and it was over there, and I was like, "Darn it!"
Yeah, and that was the field that it was in. So
we were like, "Oh man." So yeah, I had to let that go. It was like teasing me. I was like, "Come and shoot me." I was like, "Oh."
And I was out there for 3.5 hours, and I didn't see nothing.
But yeah, that was like the only thing I saw, other than the squirrel that was like right next to the tree I was in, just screaming away, saying God knows what.
I saw a lot of birds, I guess.
Yeah.
Not any type of birds you can shoot.
I was like, yeah.
At least not with a 308 anyway.
That's how that went.
But yeah. So we're getting up here to the clinic, so Gladys is going to depart, and I'll stick around and chit chat with you guys for just a little bit longer.
Yep, that's what the hubby knows what to do best. Yeah.
Yep, that's the biggest reason why we started this channel, because
he can talk.
She said I like to talk, and that I talk too much in the other videos
But you
whenever
know
I'm trying to build stuff. So I'm like, all right, well, then I'll start a new channel where all I can do is talk.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I'm not a talkative person.
Well, the older you get, and I guess the more experience, the more, just life itself.
Like in a social setting, I'll just sit around quiet. I'm not a talkative person.
All right, I'm going to go.
Okay.
I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, go get in line.
Take my coffee with me, put on a mask. All right, see ya.
All right, love you. All right, so now what are we going to talk? Actually, I can probably readjust you guys a little bit. Oh, stand with me. See, live action. There we go. All right. Whoo, buddy. So, yeah, that was the biggest reason why we had started this channel. And if you're new here and you've made it this far, then definitely give us that subscribe and share us out to your friends. Give us that thumbs up, hit that notification bell. It helps with all the algorithm stuff. And go check out our main channel. I will have the link and links to different things down in the description. Because like our dog, right? She also has her own Instagram and TikTok and such. Big old Saint Berdoodle. She's only 8 months old, almost 8 months old, and thinks she's a big old lap dog. She loves to play, and man, she throws her weight around, and it is crazy because she's getting big. And with all of her hair, because she did have longer hair, and then Gladys had trimmed it because obviously it was hot out during that time. And now her hair is coming back, obviously for winter. She's getting that winter coat in and such, and she's starting to look a little more puffy, the way a Saint Berdoodle should look. But what comes with that is she also likes to go down to the creek, or she likes to go to the mud holes, or whenever she drinks her water, basically the whole bottom side of her head gets soaking wet, and then it drips everywhere. So yeah, those are all the fun parts of having the Saint Berdoodle, I guess. Yeah, everyone's lining up, so there's already a lot of people here. And that's one of the things, we try to get here early because they don't open the door until 7:30, but people start lining up at like 7 o'clock, and it's cold outside. So, but yeah, what else do I want to talk about? The property. So I'll give a little tidbits on the property, because I know we've talked about it a little bit, but since this is the side channel of spill the beans type stuff, there's some things that we haven't really shown or talked about. So with the property, the old owner that used to live there has passed away. Whether he passed away on that property or not, that I don't know. I'm pretty sure he did. So that's one of the things that, Gladys and I, spiritually, okay, that like our beliefs of such that, the afterlife or just anything like that, we do believe in ghosts. We do believe in, higher beings of power. We do believe in such that, not necessarily just one God per se, but to think that we are the only living creatures in the entire universe would just be stupid, in my opinion. That the universe is vast, and to think that that we're the only living beings in this universe is just, there's so many things that we don't even know. It's like we barely even gotten off our own planet, and just the time frame of everything, right, is we haven't even been here that long. So to think, of where do you go, where does your spirit go, where does anything go whenever you die, it might go to a different place, it might stay here, we don't know. So we are firm believers of cleaning type things. Obviously, she, with her Mexican heritage, right, of using sage and stuff like that to clean and get rid of any evil entity. Let's just leave it at that, right, to be able to clean the property. So that's one of the things that we will do, is clean the property. There is a house on the property that needs to be demolished. It's like an old converted trailer. It's like a single wide trailer, but it has an addition on it, and it's like covered in stone, and it's condemned, right? The whole thing is just disgusting, and it needs to be torn down. So, and I've even had some people say, hey, just burn it to the ground, light it on fire, and then call the fire department, say, hey, this is on fire, come put it out, please. And then by the time they get there, it'll be demolished, and then you just clean up the remnants after that. So I don't know, I would like to be able to scrap a lot of stuff as much as possible. Obviously any type of metals, I do like doing things like that, scrapping materials, being able to utilize some of those, the coppers, the tins, anything like that. Eventually I would like to be able to melt stuff down into ingots later for other projects, and then be able to just reutilize anything that may be good. It does have like a metal roof on it, that a lot of that metal up there is still good, at least to be used for like side buildings, like little sheds and stuff. So in the winter time is the perfect time to be able to get in and do repairs like that, because a lot of the bugs are going to be gone, spiders will be gone, snakes and stuff like that will be gone, but they're all you won't have to deal with that stuff as much just to get in there. Yeah, it's going to be cold, but it's still the best time to do any type of demo. So there is that. There is a lot of trash on the property. It's Arkansas. There's not a landfill anywhere near us. You got to drive over an hour to get to a landfill. So what people do around here is any of their junk that they have, they just basically pile it up on their property. And we're not about that life. I guess we're a little bougie, I guess, if you want to call it. But there's things, so we will separate stuff out. Okay, we're not just gonna say, hey, let's take everything to the landfill. Obviously, anything that could be scrapped, any type of metals that could be scrapped, we will separate those things out. I guess I'm gonna have to edit this video. I didn't want to have to do that. My phone, whenever it's in, I don't even know what I was talking about, trash, but my phone just goes to a certain length. I don't know, that might be a setting that I need to look at, because whenever I'm on the where it faces me, the selfie mode, I guess, per se, right? And a lot of people always like to look like this at themselves instead of looking at the camera, to be looking at y'all, right? I try to always focus on the camera when I'm looking at the camera, or looking at you guys, talking to you guys, right? Although I will like look out and such, but that's just who I am. That's what I do, but I still always try to stare at the camera. Anyway, trash. A lot of the trash on the property, right, will get separated out to what we need to do, to get rid of plastics, to get rid of metals, to get rid of just obviously. Hopefully, there's no like food items. That'd just be gross, but go through because there's going to be a few like outbuildings and such that also need to be cleaned out. There is like a little shop that part of it fell down, so that's going to have to get rebuilt. That way it could be closed up because it's the part that closed down is the part that had the doors, so it's not going to you can't close it up to get it out of the elements. So that's one of the things that I'll get that buttoned up. That way we can put stuff in there, to get it out of the weather. And then there's like an old vehicle on the property. There's an old like flatbed car hauler trailer. I think has a gooseneck, but don't quote me on that. So that's different, things that we can look at and see if it's possible of, fixing it up or getting rid of it, scrapping it out. So, I know my father-in-law, whenever he gets to the property, that he's very interested in vehicles and such, because that's what he does down in Texas, is he buys used vehicles that don't run and he sells them, he scraps them out. So, but he will sell parts off of it if it's beneficial. He tries to get the ones that have the catalytic converters. That way he can cut out the catalytic converter and sell that separate, because obviously catalytic converters cost a lot of money. You can get a lot of money from them because of the metals that are in them. That's why people cut them off of cars in a parking lot, which is sad because that's stealing, right? But it does happen. But they do it because you can get hundreds and hundreds of dollars for them. And but yeah, sometimes like he'll sell tires and rims separate. He'll do all kinds. That's how he makes his money, right? So when I told him that there was an old truck on the property, well, not old, it's like a 91 ish in that era of Chevy Silverado, and the body looked decent. But there's other things, right? There's a pond on the property that will need to be cleaned up. Get some trails. A lot of the fence line all needs to get cleaned up because there's trees and brush all the way up to the fence line, and it does have fence all the way around the entire property already. So, and I like to keep the fence line clear, at least 8 to 10 feet. So just to be able to get like a vehicle around the property line as much as possible, because it does go. So it's 25 acres. 25.37 acres at that. And the 1 acre of it is cleared already. 24 acres of it, 24.37 acres of it is wooded. So it has trees. And it does go up onto a ridge. I want to say that at least 20 acres of it is on the side of a ridge. How steep that ridge goes, I do not know, because I haven't been to that side of the property. But I do know like the front part is where the creek and stuff, it has like a wet seasonal creek that goes through the front. There are sections of it that does hold water year round, but flowing wise is seasonal. And then obviously there's a pretty good sized pond. Like I don't know the actual size of it. I would say probably like a quarter acre size pond, eighth of an acre size pond. It's pretty big. I do know that. And so we'll have to get there and like get that cleaned up. The driveway that goes into the property isn't the greatest because it comes up, so there's an easement on either side. So from where our property is and then the property next to it, there's an easement that goes between them. And then it kind of like goes up around a curve, and that whole easement just nobody takes care of it because it's like almost like an old logging road, and no one takes care of it. Well, there is a concrete culvert that goes from the neighbor's cattle field into our property, and that's where a lot of the water comes through seasonally. So obviously the water coming through that creek is coming through a cow pasture. So you can just imagine, right? Yep, pee and poop, blah, blah, blah. Got it. It gets washed through the property. Well, that culvert, part of it is showing. It needs to be covered up. So if we're going to be driving through that driveway every day until we can get a better driveway established, that's going to need some work. So that's a project that will be coming. To get the RV into the site, we would have to, through that driveway, we would have to remove a gate, at least the post, to be able to get it, because it's a sharp enough curve going around that you're not going to be able to get the RV in there without taking the gate down, which is okay because it needs work anyway. And then obviously getting the driveway cleared up, getting a lot of grass and stuff is cut, because a lot of the grass that's in that, the 1 acre that is cleared, obviously it's all grass. It all needs to be cut down because it's all, waist high grass. Is a lot of stuff that's around there, weeds. It's just things that's been neglected for several years, right? But those are some projects that are coming up. That's what we got going down, and definitely appreciate you guys for following the journey. And I think I've chit-chatted long enough that now I'm going to have to, combine both of these videos together and get it in there. And I didn't want to have to try to edit a video since we're sitting in town. I want to just be able to upload, but it is what it is. And as I always say, thank a veteran at every chance you get. And definitely appreciate you guys for following along. Our journey is just beginning. So we'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye now.